So as you guys can tell, I'm currently not at UCLA. I'm back home a few days after orientation, and I'm here to tell you guys today about this. So NBLA stands for the New BRUIN Leadership Academy, and honestly, it is a phenomenal program designed for 50 incoming freshman students coming into UCLA. It's run by the UCLA Student Affairs team, and it was so much fun. It was primarily focused on professional development, networking, leadership skills, communication, all those things that future leaders will need, giving us those tools to lead in the future. For me, I applied mainly because it was an opportunity for me to meet people. And when the email rolled past my screen, it's a quick 200-300 word essay that I was able to knock out pretty quickly. But I'm so thankful that I applied because this program gave me the opportunity to fall in love with UCLA even more than I already had at orientation. So I had very few expectations going in, honestly, because this is the first year. There wasn't much that I could find out online about this program. So I kind of went in blind, but this program absolutely blew me away, and you'll see why. So NBLA takes place in the South Bay campus of UCLA, which is in Rancho Palos Verdes, I believe. And for most of the program, we stay in the villas, which is some of the housing for this campus. But on the third day, we get to actually visit the real South Bay campus. It's a pretty campus, oceanside view. It was amazing to be there. And for me, that was a big perk. It was also cool how we were the inaugural class.
Inaugural class, that was your first class ever. We're number one.
So class of 2028, we're the first group that is taking part in this program that are incoming freshmen. And honestly, every year after this, I hope that you guys click on this video and apply to this program because it absolutely blew me away. Alright, had to get a little wardrobe switch, but basically on day one after orientation, which is around 5 o'clock, all the 50 students go into this lecture hall where you get briefed on what this program is going to be about. You get to meet some of the staff that's going to be working in this program, and then after all of this, you get to go on this nice charter bus with all those 50 students, and you head off to the South Bay campus, which is about a 30-minute drive. And once you arrive at the villas, you and 5 other people get assigned to each house in the villa, and the houses are set up in a circle shape. So boys on one side, girls on the other, with the pavilion, basketball court, and volleyball court in the middle. And the houses are really nice. There's it's 2 floors, 2 bathrooms with 3 bedrooms, and each bedroom has 2 beds, so you just share with the roommate. The houses are overall super nice, very well kept, very clean, very safe. And so after all of this, you guys head over to the pavilion where you meet with your pod, and pods are your group of 8 or 9 students that all come together and you have small discussions. So those are like breakout groups in a sense. And having these pods was actually a very good part of this program because if I'm not comfortable speaking in front of 50 people about my ideas, breaking it down into smaller groups really allowed me to speak up and really allowed my group mates to share their true ideas and opinions without having to speak in front of like 50 people, because that's scary. But after you find out your pods, you guys go into these groups and make these cool little pod posters and get to know each other. And after around that, the night is over and you guys get to go check out this really cool snack wall. It was awesome. It's so many snacks and it's up 24/7. So I was literally up at 1 or 2 a.m. walking out and grabbing snacks. But after that, we all went to bed, and that took us into day 2. So day 2 is really the bulk of the academy, and it's the one full day of the academy that you're with everybody. So it starts out around 8:30 where you get breakfast with everyone in the pavilion. And after that, you meet with your pods and you're with the big group and you guys watch professional development presentations, some about values, strengths, being yourself. One thing that stuck out to me was like utilizing my strengths rather than focusing on improving my weaknesses. And so those are just certain things that can really help leaders in the future lead and really help me as a person. So these presentations were actually really interesting. You break out with your pod group after each presentation to discuss it and talk about it. This day also you get to speak with some of the student affairs leaders and you get to talk to them face to face understanding what their story is, what their job is, and how they can help UCLA students, which is really interesting. I learned a lot. I do plan to speak with them more. That's a very important part of this academy, which was networking. Everybody, all of the professionals were so kind, and they were so open to helping us out, and they really wanted to help UCLA students enjoy their time at UCLA, which is something that I'm going to take full advantage of and make sure I keep in contact with these people. This was when I realized that people at these high levels really do care about their students because it is their job. And that helped me understand that UCLA has amazing resources to take advantage of, and I definitely will do that going forward. So later in the day, after we had Zanku for dinner, which was really, really good, there was an activities night where the 50 students were able to play beach volleyball, we played basketball, we sang karaoke, and just hung out overall. Some people were painting. And overall, this was like a really great social event because throughout the days, we've been spending it with our pod and not really getting to know all 50 students. But here we were really able to bond. And it was a really great social event overall. So many incredibly talented people that blew me away.
Okay, what do we have here?
This, combined with the great food throughout the day, really made day 2 special. And by 10 o'clock, it's called Quiet Hour, where the activities are done. You don't have to go to bed, but you're not supposed to stop anyone else from going to bed as well. But my boy Ray and I weren't done with the night, and we had this crazy idea. This is not part of the BRUIN Leadership Academy at all whatsoever, but we had the idea that the night was still young. And so we went knocking on a few of our friends' doors and texting the people that we met throughout the day. And we ended up having about 35 of the 50 students in our room 31.
Oh, this is a vlog.
What's up, vlog?
I just want to preface that this was not part of the Leadership Academy. This is something that we just did on our own. It was perfectly fine. We even had an NSA come into our room. It was super fun. No shenanigans or anything like that. Totally within the guidelines of the rules, but it was super fun. This is where I probably spoke to 30 of the 35 people in that room and got to know everybody a little bit here and there. Or for me, that really broke down the barriers, and I was able to connect with these people. We were playing card games and Uno and watching Love Island and listening to music. So not part of the BRUIN Leadership Academy, but it was a super fun event that my boy Ray and I hosted in our house. Honestly, that was super fun. I would definitely do it again. The night ended around 1 o'clock instead, so there was very little sleep, which led into day 3. So day 3 is the last day in the academy, and this is where you leave the villas. You pack up early in the morning. We woke up around 7:30, had breakfast around 8, left the villas at 8:30, and we head off to the South Bay campus. It's about a 15-minute drive, and here you get a campus tour, which is really cool. It's a small campus with an oceanside view, and it's really amazing, super beautiful. And after this, you go into a big conference room where you take part in more professional development presentations, and these ones were also very, very interesting. These are more in communication and dialogue, which I thought was very helpful in my life. And here during lunch, you get to speak with multiple of the highly admired professionals at UCLA, not only part of the Student Affairs program, but UCLA as a whole. And day 3 was focused mostly on food and networking. We tried soul food for the first time. That was really, really good. But it was just a great time to, take it all in and speak with the people I haven't spoke to yet. So that was really interesting. The day ends around 5 o'clock, where you get packed up back onto the charter bus and head back to the normal UCLA campus. And if you live closer to Palos Verdes, you could also get picked up straight from the South Bay campus. But overall, this academy was so amazing, and I'm so thankful to be a part of that. Everybody involved, I want to thank, who gave me this opportunity and who organized it and ran this program. All 50 people that I met. I love spending that weekend with you guys. You guys are truly awesome, and I hope we spend the next 4 together. I'll for sure keep in touch with everyone, and that should be a lot of fun. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching.
everyone?
I don't know.